Welcome to Spotlight, it's your girl Caleb Prince, and the new film release of the week is the action-packed suspense thriller, Memory.
I can't keep doing your job for you.
Who is this?
You're too slow to make them pay. What they did to children, they're not doing anything about it.
He's taking out the traffickers that we couldn't.
I personally thought Liam Neeson hung his action movie mantle, but I think we're all low-key stoked that he hasn't. In a surprising twist, Liam Neeson is the bad guy this time around, acting as the lead character, Alex Lewis, an assassin ready to conclude a long career of violence and secrecy, coming to grips with a faltering memory. But just as he plans to retire, an old contact gives him a final assignment, and it isn't what he bargained for.
Call the contract off. I don't hurt children, ever. Listen to me very carefully. The girl stays alive. You're answerable to me.
Directed by the acclaimed Martin Campbell, the master of action thrillers and blockbuster adventures, including Casino Royale, The Mask of Zorro, and The Protégé, he takes us on a journey of retribution, fury, and redemption. You can catch Memory now in cinemas.
Everyone was looking at Marilyn Manson and they weren't looking at Brian Warner.
This is the first time that someone was really listening. I was like, what is this feeling? And it's this feeling of being believed.
Now showing on Showmax is the two-part HBO documentary Phoenix Rising. We follow the true story of Evan Rachel Wood, who came out and named her alleged abuser and groomer, Brian Warner, more famously known as Marilyn Manson. Phoenix Rising features a series of animated portraits of Marilyn Manson, which were created for the documentary by internationally acclaimed South African fashion designer and artist Mark Bauer. Don't miss the harrowing expose Phoenix Rising, now on Showmax. Because we want you to catch the heart-gripping Showmax documentary Phoenix Rising. In this week's competition, we're giving away Showmax subscriptions. For full competition questions and details, head over to Spotlight South Africa on Facebook. And as always, T's and C's apply. In celebration of Freedom Day on the 27th of April, you can catch the riveting new film release now showing on Netflix, Silverton Siege.
If our lives are worth nothing, then maybe we negotiate for a life that is worth everything.
Tell me what it is you want.
We want the immediate release of Nelson Mandela. You have 1 hour, Captain.
Created by the renowned Mandela Dube, the film is set in 1980, inspired by the real incident that sparked the Free Mandela movement.
You have run out of time!
This is your last shot. Do not fire, I repeat, do not fire.
I got the shot! No!
Our Silverton trio stars Thabo Rametse, Noxolo Dlamini, and Stefan Erasmus as our young freedom fighters with nothing left to lose. The trio seeks refuge in a South African bank in Silverton, where everything goes awry. It was an absolutely eventful past week for Nicolas Cage fans, and the film released The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, now showing in cinemas. Empire Entertainment and Arena Events hosted the Nicolas Cage Quiz Night, and it was a blast of a time.
Nick Cage, what do you think?
Radio DJ of the Tabooty Drive on 94.7 Tando Tebete had an exclusive interview with Cage himself. Have a look.
I had to protect so-called Nick Cage and still facilitate the director's version of so-called Nick Cage, which was a highly anxiety-ridden, neurotic version, because he thought that was the funniest version. I said, but that's not me. I have very quiet moments at home. He said, but that's not funny.
For the full interview, head over to 94.7 podcast and YouTube page and catch next week's episode to catch a glimpse of Nick Cage out and about in Johannesburg. Coming up next week, we have a chat with the cast of the new local Netflix series, Savage Beauty. And we enter the multiverse as Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that may be too big for him to handle in the highly anticipated Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And we'll show you how the red carpet premiere of the film went down. We have reached the end of the show, so follow us on Facebook at Spotlight South Africa for all things entertainment. But for myself, Claire Prince, catch you guys next week.